Welcome into All Things LA Real Estate. My name is PK Knoll, and this is your El Sereno July real estate update. El Sereno is actually one of the best neighborhoods on the east side in 2023 when it comes to inventory. There's a lot of people with their homes listed if you compare it to the neighborhoods that surround it. It's just southwest of Pasadena, straight west of Alhambra, pretty good access to the 10 and the 110. I really think El Sereno has some potential to be one of the next neighborhoods that gets a pop, right? If you look at the east side, Silver Lake booming, Echo Park booming, Highland Park booming, Eagle Rock booming, Mount Washington booming, Atwater booming, Pasadena's incredible, Alhambra is great. So El Sereno sits right in that pocket. So I really think there might be opportunities in the El Sereno area. And here's the thing about it. If you're going to go out and buy a home right now at 7% interest rate, that's a huge risk. The way that you offset that risk in a normal essence is you have to find a home that's going to appreciate over time. And if El Sereno gets that bump that we've seen in Silver Lake and Highland Park specifically, that's the opportunity that you go for. So looking for some value. We're going to get into the numbers. We're going to tell you what's available right now. We'll look at some month-over-month stats. We'll do some year-over-year stats. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to do homes that have caught my eye, where I try to find some homes that actually have some value on the market and try to provide you guys with some opportunities. So stick around for that. Let's go. All right, so what's happening out in El Sereno right now? Like I mentioned previously, inventory is pretty solid if you compare it to other neighborhoods. Obviously, Silver Lake, Echo Park have a little bit more, but compared to the other neighborhoods on the east side, there is inventory. 20 homes available for sale right now. One thing that's kind of odd, if you look at El Sereno, is we are not seeing any price drops. And that's odd because of the days on market in the neighborhood. Currently, the minimum price, $299,000. We will talk about that. You do not see $299,000. Obviously, there's a catch there. The top end, $1.35 million. The average home available for sale is just over $825,000. Days on market is at 80. Now, obviously, there's a few outliers that are jumping that number up, but there's 20 homes available. So that is enough inventory to have some legitimacy with that number. So these homes are sitting nearly 3 months, and that's why I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing those price drops. Maybe they're hoping the summer, months really start jumping off, but I would expect some of these homes that have been sitting for quite a while to start having some sellers get more eager. So it might be some opportunities available for you. If we look back to July of 2022, we had 11 homes sell at 109% clip, meaning 9% over the list price. 2022 was a lot more attractive year as far as selling a home, so we probably won't see 109%. You can probably expect to stay closer to the list price, hopefully under, because we want deals right now if we're going to pay 7%. Most important segment of this video, the next segment, last month. All right, so we're jumping into last month. Why is it the most important? Because the most recent numbers are the most relevant, and you want to know exactly what happened last month if you're searching in El Sereno for a home. So we had 11 homes sell in El Sereno last month at 103% clip, so just barely above list price. That 103% clip is very consistent with what we've seen month over month in El Sereno. What that tells me, if I'm a homeowner, that I'm getting small appreciations on my home. That's typically what that means, which is pretty good. You're not going to get the normal 7% appreciation this year, most likely. Just there's not enough demand. There's not enough inventory. We're not in a healthy market, so you're not going to get a normal appreciation. But to get, even a little piece over this year is a positive. If I'm a home buyer, I know I can probably get this home at right around that list price, a couple nuggets above. We'll see. Low end last month, $600,000. High end, $1.337 million. Plus, the average home sale was $892,000, $329,000, which is just barely above the average list price that we see in El Sereno right now. So that's a pretty consistent number. So if I'm looking at El Sereno and I'm an average home buyer, that's actually about $100,000 less than the average home price in Los Angeles right now. I'm kind of hoping to look in that mid 800 range, because that kind of puts me in a sense where I know over time, I hope to get the appreciation if the neighborhood starts to compound. Average days on market for those homes was 34 days. That's pretty high generally for homes that sell. 11 is a good sample size. Normally, you get a few great priced, very attractive homes. They jump off quick to bring that days on market down, but it is greatly lower than what we're seeing the homes listed. If you look back to June of 2022, we had 18 homes sell at 109% clip, so 9% over the list price. That unfortunately is a 39% decrease year over year. Do not get too crazy about this. We're seeing consistent declines in most neighborhoods that have a substantial amount of inventory year over year. We're just not getting the homes available for sale currently, is what it is. But why don't we jump over to homes that have caught my eye, where I can give you a couple of ideas of what it takes to get into the neighborhood and maybe provide you some opportunities for a home that could provide some value. Let's go. All right, homes that have caught my eye. Let me lead off by saying I do my very best to not rag on homes. There's certainly homes on this market in El Sereno that I wouldn't touch. I wouldn't have my client even look at, but I don't want to put them on the video because I'm not here to hurt other realtors. More importantly, I'm not here to try and hurt somebody who's trying to sell their home. So we're going to try and take this with a positive light, give you some good insights, provide some value. And we're going to start with the entry level. So what's the base mark to get into the neighborhood? I'm sure this one kind of caught your eye if you're paying attention early in the video. It's 3357 Kenneth Drive, $299,000. That is not a normal number for Los Angeles, and it's because it's just the lot. There's no home built here just yet, so you're going to have to build the home. A couple positives here. The lot is just over 6,000. That's pretty large. I like the lot size. They also have all the permits ready through January of 2025, which gives you an opportunity to, if you go off and buy this land, you have a little bit over a year to get everything done without having to go back through the permit process. And if you know anything about that, it is a pain in the butt. So this is a good promise here, and it gives you an opportunity to build your house, right? It's right by, right off Huntington Drive North, just east of there. Building a home, everything's kind of expensive. We're waiting for inflation to come down. Consumer spending isn't allowing that to happen just yet. Maybe 500, 700K to build your house from the ground up right now. If you look at comps, so you buy it for 300, let's say you get it all finished for 500K. Now we're in for 800K. That is the low end of where comps are going right now, is around 800K in the neighborhood for the same size homes. The top end is right around 1 million, maybe 1.1 if you do a great job of building a very modern, attractive new home. So there's opportunities there, not a ton of wiggle room, but if it's where you want to live, you get to build the house. It gets you to a decent entry point. There's a lot of things you can do, from a finance perspective when you're building your own home. So there might be some opportunity here. And let's face it, there's not a lot of land available in Los Angeles in general. So, might be a fortunate situation. Let's get to my favorite house in the neighborhood right now. It's 5231 Corona Street. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, over 1,800 square feet. It's listed for $979,000. When I'm looking for value, if I'm going to buy a home right now, I'm definitely looking for a home that has an opportunity to appreciate, to offset all the interest I'm going to pay. But I also want the financials to make sense. It's not the pretty home. It's, there's so many realtors out there that just, know what curtains are cute or what kitchen tabletops. No, I want the financials, the back end, the foundation of what you are buying to make sense if I'm going to take the huge risk of buying at a 7% interest rate. So a couple things that are attractive here. Number one, $20,000 price drop. I like $20,000 price drops because it means the sellers are anxious to sell the home. So I want to obviously do the comps and make sure that we're smart here. But this gives you an opportunity that you might even be able to get this $979,000 house for even less. Maybe a $950,000 offer, $925,000 if there's, completely low demand. Also, $521 per square foot is the mark on this home. That's pretty good. The lot size is just under 10,000, 9846. I love land. Give me as much land as I possibly can. Opportunities for ADUs, opportunities for your kids to play in the backyard, opportunities for a hot tub or whatever you want to do, but give me some land. little regal inside, so maybe you could over time use a little bit of updates here and there. It sits right by the Sierra Park Elementary School. I like being by a school, a little bit more, police patrol, usually safer, walk the kids to school, that whole thing. So let's jump over to the top dog of the neighborhood. It's 5230 North Barrett Road. It's a 5-bedroom, 6-bath, 4,000 square feet, which is huge. It's listed for $1.35 million, so definitely on the higher end for homes in El Sereno. In fact, in 2023, the highest sale we've seen is 1.337, and if you're paying attention, that was last month. So there is some action right at this mark. Here's one thing that's super attractive about this house. Not only the views are incredible, I just spent July 4th at a buddy's house, out in El Sereno, and the views were incredible from the house. So you get some opportunities on the hillside, which is something you should probably look for on the east side. There's a lot of neighborhoods that provide some incredible views of Los Angeles, but the big attraction here with this top end is $337 per square foot. That is about as low as it goes. So you are getting value based off the opportunity, based off the size. 4,000 square feet is a monster home on the east side in this price range. So I would definitely take a look. We'll see what it goes for. Hope you enjoyed the video. We do this every single month for all the neighborhoods on the east side: Silver Lake, Echo Park, Mount Washington, Atwater Village, Eagle Rock, Lincoln Heights, El Sereno, the works. We also do a ton of other great content that's valuable to homeowners. We got school reports, attractions, restaurants. We also do some celebrity houses and some other fun stuff. So like and subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day. Be kind.
Yeah.